All right, today we are working on translating phrases. Now look, we're gonna start with phrases to algebraic expressions. So notice, like, we're not gonna have sentences and we're not gonna have equations. There's gonna be no equal sign, not just yet, okay? And what I have is I have a pencil and then I have 4 colors to help me out. It's like kind of optional, but kind of nice. Color's really good for your brain. So here are the tips. You're gonna look for keywords and you're gonna see what I mean, but you're gonna imagine 5 cookies. So in each situation, you're gonna imagine 5 cookies, all right? So let's start with a color. It doesn't matter what color it is, so just choose a color, and that color is gonna be your addition color. So let's talk about some of the keywords we could see with addition. Sum. Sum means the answer to an addition problem. So when it says the sum of 8 and a number, now a number, a mystery number, we don't know what the number is, we're just gonna use X. You can use any letter, but we're just gonna use X for today. Okay, so the sum of 8 and a number looks like this. 8 and a number, here's 8 and a number, and the sum means we're gonna add them. Okay, so sum means add, sum means addition. All right, so the sum of 8 and a number would translate like this. Okay, now in terms of imagine 5 cookies, that means I'm gonna imagine that there's 8 cookies and 5 cookies, and I'm gonna add them, right? Would that work out? Yep, 8 plus 5 would be 13 cookies, right? A number increased by 7. Increased, the word increased means it means got bigger, right? Increase means it got bigger. Okay, so increased by, that is gonna be addition. That means I'm starting with a number, which is X, and that number is gonna increase by 7. So look, again, with the cookies, right? I start with 5 cookies, and then that number increases by 7, I get 7 more cookies. So look, if I put 5 plus 7, oh yeah, now I have 12 cookies, good. So this like kind of makes sense, right? It works. Okay, 6 more than a number. Look, 6 more than a number. That means I'm starting with, right, and this is kind of tricky because you're gonna see the order I write it in. I'm starting with a number of cookies, and then, oh, I actually have 6 more than that. Okay, now it turns out with addition, order doesn't matter. So I could have written this as X plus 8, I could have written this as 7 plus X, and I could have written this as X plus 6. The order does not matter with addition. Okay, but I've written it in the order that is kind of makes the most sense. Now here, we gotta be careful. Okay, choose another color. Subtraction is our next topic, and with subtraction, order matters, right? Because look, like 3 minus 5, that's negative 2. But 5 minus 3, that's positive 2. Those are different numbers. So with subtraction, order definitely matters. So let's pay a little bit careful attention to the order. Okay, just like sum means add, difference means subtract. So the difference of a number and 4 is I have a number and I'm gonna use subtraction, the difference of a number and 4. Okay, that would look like this. And again, if we're imagining 5 cookies, we say, oh, I have 5 cookies. You have 4 cookies. Oh, what's the difference between our number of cookies? Well, 5 minus 4, the difference is I have 1 more cookie than you, right? So this would be 5 minus 4 would be 1. Okay, sometimes you'll just see straight just minus, right? 6 minus a number, that would look like this. 6 minus a number. Okay, a number decreased by. Okay, so remember, increase means got bigger, decrease means got smaller. So this time, if a number is decreasing, I'm starting with a number, a mystery number, and it's decreasing, it's getting 7 taken away, it's getting 7 smaller. So if I had 10 cookies and then I eat 7 of them, well, now my number of cookies has decreased by 7. Okay, careful here, careful. Look at the order. 5 less than a number. Look, remember here when I said more than a number? I started with a number and I said, oh, now I have 6 more than that number. Here I'm starting with a number, and then I have 5 less than that. I'm taking 5 away, okay? So I want you just to observe the switched order here, right? I'm starting with a number and I have 5 less than that number. I'm taking 5 away from that number, okay? Order matters, right? Remember, if this, let's say X was 3, 3 minus 5 would be negative 2. And if I had it in the other order, it would be positive 2. Those are different numbers. Okay, multiplication, here we go. Choose a different color. We're just using color just to kind of flag in your brain. Your brain really likes color, kind of holds on to it a little bit better. So the color's kind of nice. Okay, multiplication. Product is the word we use for multiplication. So the product of 4 and a number simply means 4 times that number. We're gonna just write it like this, right? That means 4 times a mystery number. Okay, sometimes we just use times, 7 times a number. That would just be 7 times. Okay, here, sometimes when we have a fraction, we use the word of, okay? So of means multiply, especially, again, we use it when we have fractions. So 1/3 of a number looks like this. 1/3 of x would be 1/3 times x, okay? And then twice a number, okay? Twice specifically means 2 times, okay? So 2 times anything. If I say, what's twice 5? Well, 5 times 2 is 10. So you would say, oh, it's 10. Twice a number would just be 2 times whatever mystery number. Okay? And again, order doesn't matter here, right? I could have technically written this as x times 4 like this, but we just don't do that in algebra, right? We want our algebra to be pretty, and this is what pretty looks like. When we multiply a number times a variable, it looks like this. Okay, and then lastly, division. I'm just going to choose my last color. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't have the same colors as me. We're just, using some color. Again, division order matters, okay? Like if I do, for example, 8 divided by 2, look, that's 4. Like that's like I have 8 cookies and me and my friend, we each get 4. Whereas if I have 2 cookies and there's 8 friends, then we each only get 1/4 of a cookie, okay? So division, definitely order matters. Okay, and the word we use for division is quotient. So the quotient of a number in 3 looks like this. The quotient of a number in 3 means x divided by 3. And then sometimes you might just see a number divided by, right? You might just see it written out like this, and that would be a number divided by 3. Number divided by 2. Again, you could write it like this. Like this is okay, right? Or even better, you could write a number over 2 like this. Okay, this is okay. A number divided by 3 like this, a number divided by 2 like this. You could write it like that, but this is better. Okay. And so once again, just a reminder that for addition and multiplication, look, I'm using my colors, right? Look, I'm using my addition color, my multiplication color. The order doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what order we multiply or add in, right? Like 5 times 3 is the same as 3 times 5. But for subtraction and division, we do need to just be a little bit more careful and mindful about order because the order does matter, and depending on the order, we get different values.